Flosstube. Hello. It has been forever. My name is Robin. This is Crossroads Stitching. What used to be a mostly weekly video about cross stitch and some basic life stuff. I do try and keep most of that off of here because y'all are here for cross stitch. So, it's been a while. Let's go into why it's been a while. And then I'll go into kind of like what I'm working on and what's coming down the, what I'm excited to start and things like that. So, where have I been? Well, I haven't talked to you since StitchCon last year, since before StitchCon last year. And I filmed a video at the StitchCon studio, which I did put up. Which was a super cute little studio. If anybody new here, StitchCon is a stitching retreat / convention where a bunch of people that either do Flosstube or love Flosstube can get together and hang out. And you get on a waiting list. If your name is high enough up on the waiting list, you get an invoice. You have 7 days to pay it. If you don't pay it, it goes to the next person on the list. Because they have 2 weekends, 300 people per weekend. I am Weekend B. I will forever be Weekend B. Weekend B is best. Everybody on Weekend B will tell you Weekend B is best. Period. Moving on. I filmed a video after StitchCon with all the stuff I got, and I tried to name too many people, and I watched my video back and went back and wrote down the names of and I was going to put it all in the description box, and the more I tried to do it, the worse it got. I wanted to get a picture of my small that I did, and then the small that I received from the smalls exchange at StitchCon. I couldn't figure out how to make that work, so because I couldn't get the video up to what I decided were my standards, I didn't do the video. I never posted it. There's a lot of neurodivergent perfectionism, eldest daughter syndrome right there. We're going to move right past that. So, I am back. I do not know the frequency of these videos, and let me tell you why. I am going through a trash ton of medical stuff. It sucks, but I'm hoping that when I come out on the other side, all will be for the better. Nothing life-threatening or earth-shaking. Currently, I was supposed to be using my microphone so you guys could hear me clearly and not maybe hear the fish tank in the background. And short of turning off the filter or making the fish water, which you put the chemicals in to make it safe for the fish, I can't make that sound stop. So, hopefully by next week, if I make it back next week, that will be rectified. I am also back in school. I am going to Johnson Wales University. You will hear me call it JWU from now on. I have never said Johnson Wales University since I started. It is literally JWU. Almost everybody I know that goes to Johnson Wales calls it JWU. So the thing for that is that they're doing online courses, and when I started going down this degree path, which was basically I would like to have something to account for the absolutely astronomical student loan debt. I would like a piece of paper. I don't know that I care what the piece of paper says, but just a piece of paper to say, hey, you actually got a degree for all of the student loan that I currently have. So I'm back in school. I'm doing what I can. They have changed the way they do online courses. The last time I did this, it was the least I could take was 2 courses at a time, and it was 13 or 14 weeks long, and I was working full-time at a call center, which means that's why I chose to go online, because you can't really adjust your schedule in a call center. It just sort of is what it is. So I decided to do it online because if Saturday, the day that I had off, was the only day that I could get in and do 90% of my schoolwork, that was just going to be what it was going to be. So I'm still doing online because even with my new work day schedule, my full day walker schedule and being like 10 minutes from the JWU campus. I still like going online. It still works well for me. So I'm just going to keep doing it that way. But they changed how they do it. They used to do 2 courses at a time, and now they do 2 courses spread across the 16 weeks of the semester term. I don't know what we're calling it anymore. And they do 1 class for 8 weeks, and then they do a second class for 8 weeks. I don't typically like the 8-week format because just by the time I'm grasping the concepts from week 1, we're on to week 2. I'm going to see how this goes. So far, I've been handling it better. I haven't had a complete and total nervous breakdown like I did several times the last time. I burned out hard, wound up owing JWU a ton of money, just paid that all back off like this year. Am able to go back to school. We're running it again. Currently, this term, I am taking sociology, and then the next course that I have to take is for my major, which is, I believe, social media. Because my degree is digital market and social media. And for someone who does not post on social media, anybody who follows me on Instagram will know that one real fast. I'm fascinated by the back end of social media and how you use that to market, and how you, at this point in time, have to have a strong social media presence to be able to market anything, to be able to exist, and how you are perceived on social media. So the back end of it, the techie end of it, I find fascinating. The actual posting about my life, I don't want to bore you to tears. So that's what I'm doing. I will try and keep these as regular as I can, but just be aware that if I'm gone for a couple weeks, 1, I'm not dead. At least it shouldn't be. And 2, I will be back. It'll just take a little bit. Which is one of the reasons why I was gone so long, is because I kept filming things and I couldn't get it to where I wanted to. And then I felt guilty for not filming things. And that's why it's taken almost a full 6 months for me to start filming again. Solid 4. 3 months. I can't count. I did film an intro for this floss tube, which I will be using in all my future floss tubes. I really hope you guys like it. If you absolutely hate it, please let me know. I can change it. I was just screwing around and thought it would be funny. I thought it was cute. I don't hate it. And for the perfectionist in me, that's as good as we're going to get. So that's where I'm at. I am 43. I am an IT professional, and I'm back in school. Personally, I believe that it is because I am masochistic and I hate myself, because talking to some of the other students in my online class makes me wonder why I'm even doing this. Like, we're supposed to read articles and then post a discussion topic, and I'm like, are you guys reading the same article that I'm reading? When I have to take the political science course that I'm going to have to take at some point, that's going to be real fun. So, all that adjourned, we've made it through 10 minutes of backstory. Now we can get into the cross stitch shit. So, I'm going to start by doing some quasi unboxings that have probably been around for a while, and other people have probably unboxed these as well. But these are what I can find and lay my hands on easily. So I got the Buzzworthy stitching box from the Black Needle Society, and it came with these bee socks that say "Be Kind." Being that they are tall socks and we are pushing fall, I have a feeling these are going to wind up going in my daily rotation. There were also 2. This is a cute little ruler which does almost the same thing as my corner card that I had 10 minutes ago and is now gone. I give up. So this is a ruler, and it says, "People say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day." That's about right. We have some specialty floss, and it's by Be Stitch Me, and I adore Be Stitch Me. I haven't been able to catch one of their FNFNs for a while, but I absolutely adore them. So what do we have? We have Beehive, And these are silks as opposed to flosses. I still haven't determined if there's a difference in stitching. Be Stitch Me. This one is Bumblebee. I love it. Fun fact, Bumblebee is also my favorite Transformer. And this is Chick. And that's adorable. And now we're going to put them back in the little box that they came in, or we'll lose them. Those are my only two choices. And of course the itinerary packing list for everything that is in here is downstairs, because when I got this box, it wasn't in the typical Black Needle Society box. So I thought that it was something else, and I opened it while I was in my downstairs home office, which I created after my last video with you guys. So now when I work from home, I have a little office downstairs. This also came with a bee pollen and turmeric clay mask, and then it also came with a like a honey mustard kind of sauce or something, and those are not in the box anymore. So I had these cute little thread things, and they feel wooden, so they don't feel plastic, they feel wooden, and I really believe that these are wood. So these will hold up for a nice long time. And there are a couple bee projects that I do want to stitch, so I will wind up using those for that. So there's that. This is our exclusive needle minder. I haven't even opened it to see what the needle minder is. It was a rough day when I got this box. And the needle minder says Queen Bee. We had to do a little bit of a rearrange in my kitchen, and I had a lot of my needle minders on my fridge, because that's where magnets go, right? And I had to pull them off of there because I needed the space on the fridge for something else. And I created these two really, really cool, like, I found these black canvas banners on Amazon. I grabbed those and I put a lot of my needle minders on them. One has held up really well. It's the one that's hanging up on we have one of those old dial style thermostats because our house is old as crap. That one has held on just fine. I need to find another thing like that to hold up the other one, because everything else is just falling because it's a be calm and stitch on. Is that what that says? I am not wearing it. Be calm and stitch. And then we have Color and Cotton Needlework 16 count. Ada, I don't know what the name of it is. Can I see it without opening it? Probably not. And I'm not entirely sure that it's written on the back of that card. And then we have a pattern. Let's dump all the fluff back in there. And it says, a day without a friend is like a pot without a single drop of honey left inside. And that is by Tiny Modernist. And it says, we should be friends. So whenever I stitch this, I will probably use those thread drops. I like that it has DMC listed, and it tells me how big it's going to be on 14 or 16 count. I really love Tiny Modernist cross stitches and patterns, rather, because they're definitely made for people who are just starting out or not quite as skilled. But they're also intricate enough for the people that are skilled. So I like that they are both beginner friendly and I would like to state for the record that this box confused the crap out of me. I keep trying to open it this way, not this way. So that came in a while ago. I think I'm almost about to get the new box, which I believe is 80s. I really hope it's 80s. This is the Starlight Stitchery. I think it's Starlight Stitchery. Mermaid box. Did I leave that in? Yes. So this is from Starlight Stitchery. It's got this absolutely adorable letter and this envelope that it came in with the mermaid wax seal. I may have screamed a little bit. I may have screamed a lot. The scream that I scrummed. So, I'm going to go through this. I had never gotten a Starlight Stitchery box before. I am over the moon, and I hope to catch some of their future boxes, because holy crap! So we have Whip It Up, which is a cute little thing that you can... So let's show the fabric first. So it's got mermaids on it. This is a little needle book, but could also be used to catch orcs. It's got pockets, and then it's got this little zipper pocket for your notions. And then you just tie it up. I love that. I have bowhin size 26 needle, which is really nice because I've never tried bowhin needles before, and I typically do not know what needles are what size. Oh, that's apparently a not so tiny mermaid needle book made by Whip It Up Project Bags and Accessories. Be helpful if I left things in the bags they came in, huh? I got stickers, which will probably go on my stitching carts too. Over here, I have a mermaid zipper pull. Freaking stunning. And then a sunken treasure needle winder. Another sticker. Love that a lot. Making waves. Now we're getting into more of the... Oh, and it also has a playlist. Oh, and it also has the list of things that I have. So, postcard with Spotify playlist. Yeah, we found that. We also have found the zipper pull, the bowhin needle, and the... They say that's a Stitch Goblin needle winder, or there's another needle winder in here, and I don't know where it is. We're not entirely sure anymore. So we have found quite a few of the things in here. I'm hoping everything else is labeled and I'm good. So this is the Here We May Be Free finishing kit. It is also the threads, so it's the threads and the embellishments. Then I also have a John James beading needle. I have a feeling that some of these, Jesus Christ, this is why you can't see it, will require beading, and I will try desperately not to cry. Absolutely Fobtabulous with this really pretty yellow and pink, not a color combination I would have thought would be good, but it actually is really pretty. Mermaid tail. Then we have the Twilight Mermaid Meridian Designs Threads and Embellishments Kit. And look, there are beads. I'm gonna cry. I have a Starfish Thread Wax. I have Lagoon Mermaid Bella Filipina Designs Threads and Embellishments. And oh look, more beads. If anybody hears me crying, that's why. We have the Sea Hag Odd and Familiar Designs, Threads, and Embellishments. I think that is... I'm not entirely sure if those are supposed to hold your threads. As you can see, I haven't opened any of these bags because I don't want to lose anything. I am terrified. I also have a mango black tea to add to water. Or a cold brew mocha coffee. I think those are cute. this is all the fabric. So this I will open because I can probably get everything back in here without crying. I have Ophelia. I got the 16 count opal choice because it's mermaids, so sparkly things. Ophelia for Sea Hag, odd and familiar designs. Does it say? It does not say who did. I'm guessing Starlight Stitchery maybe did the colors for these, the fabric for these. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, it says right there. No. Alright. So we have Ophelia. We have Nephel, which is suggested for the Twilight Mermaid. Yes, I will eventually show you these patterns. I'm going through this box as it is. Then we have Amphitrite, which is for Lagoon Mermaid from Bella Filipina. And Nereid. Here, We May Be Free by Darling and Whimsy. So those are the fabrics that each of those calls for. And here, finally, at the bottom, are my patterns. You go in there. All of you go in there. Because if I don't put things back where they belong, I'm going to lose them. Okay, yeah. So I see it now. Sorta, kinda. The goblin is this little guy right here. I guess that is supposed to be filled with stitchy goodies or mermaid goodies. I'm not entirely sure. You go back in there. So, here, We May Be Free. This one is by Darling and Whimsy, and I absolutely love it. I'm over the moon. This one I need to do first because, buddy, Sea Hag. Now, a mermaid before the first cup of coffee. This is probably the one I should do first. This is Twilight Mermaid by Meridian Designs, and it is gorgeous. And then last, but definitely not least, we have the Blue Lagoon Mermaid by Bella Filipina Designs. I'm probably never going to say that right, not to save my life. So that is the Starlight Stitchery Mermaid box. 10 out of 10, 100 out of 10. Would order this again. Would not hesitate. If I see another Starlight Stitchery box available and it hasn't sold out in 13 seconds because they go fast. Whew. Then I will probably absolutely get one. Now that we've gone through all of that, we'll get into the whips, and then I have one thing that I'm probably going to try and start sometime soon, and I will show you that here in a second. So the first whip is in this cute little Scooby-Doo bag that my friend Nessa made, and we are doing the Quirky Quaker Frog just because I think he's adorable, and we are using a Live and Die LA Sage and Eggplant. So we're putting a little bit of purple on the frog because why not? Green and purple are my colors that I vibe with hard. This is what I've gotten done so far. As you can see, it's a ton. And this doesn't go very far, and it requires a lot of counting because I'm terrified that I'm going to get it wrong. So I only do this one when I actually have time to fully dedicate my attention span to this and only this. This is the work project bag. I have 2 projects in it. Not intentional. but I was going to supposedly go hang out with a friend, and I again do not have the bag that one of these comes in, but we're going to make do. So, one of these is supposed to be Hot Goth Summer that I started stitching in July because, well, one, it was summer, and two, it was, we were doing a stitch for Sage. Sage is the designer and owner of Night Spirit Studio. So we were, on July, like, 8th, I think it was, we bought as much of stuff that, you know, we could afford, obviously. We didn't go we didn't go too crazy. And, so we bought stuff from the store. We, you know, patterns, physical merch. I have a t-shirt somewhere that will make its appearance in one of these floss tubes that's from her shop that says, I'm goth, I cross stitch, and then it might say in tiny print below it, and I drink human blood. It was too cute, I had to get it. So I'm doing Hot Goth Summer. I am doing this on a Live and Die LA that I have misplaced the fabric for so that I could tell you what it was. Or it might have been a Be Stitch Me, I'm not 100% sure. It's this really pretty purple. And then I'm doing it with these Please Lights Don't Blow This Out. Really pretty variegated. It's going to eventually have fishnets, like a torn fishnet stocking, all around the outside. I am doing that with Live and Die LA limited edition number 6. If they ever come out with something like this again, I will probably buy as much of it as humanly possible. I don't believe that I have Hot Goth Summer in here, and there's a good chance that the Kindle is dead. And it is. So I keep a lot of my patterns on Pattern Keeper on my Kindle. Did it require me fiddling with my Kindle a little bit so that I could get it to actually accept Android stuff? Yeah. I'm sure I am 100% sure somebody somewhere has done a tutorial on how to do that, so that if somebody else wants to. So this is eventually going to be the Crystal Witch, which is a Live and Die LA part of their series. I have to get Lunar Witch. It's currently on sale. I just need a paycheck to hit so that I can pre-order that. But the color is Crystal. The floss is called Black Crystal, I believe. And it is this just gorgeous black and purple. And this is what it will look like, because she had the needle minder laser etched or whatever they had to do. And she also had the bag screen printed with the pattern, so I can show you what it'll eventually look like. So that's what it'll eventually look like. And then that's what I've started. So I'm somewhere in like the hair-ish, under the hat kind of bit. Because that was as close as I could figure out to a center start. So those are really what I'm working on right now. However, I did just find the floss to get back to my wolf printed, which I've probably showed on here a bunch of times. That is good for when I don't have the ability to count. When I can't count to save my life, which is almost every day, but especially on days like when I'm playing D&D, and counting is not my strong suit. I'm already doing really, really good to... Yeah, so this is the name of the floss. It's Black Crystal. Did I think to wrap it around or leave it on the thread drop? No, I didn't. I just wrapped it around the thing that the needle minder came on. I am tore up from Flora. So, I've probably shown off my wolf printed, but I just found the ring that has all the flosses for that, so I can get back on that. The house had eaten it for a while. The house did give it back to me. However, it has stolen my microphone transponder and at least 3 other things. So, the house giveth, the house taketh away. Beyond that, this is probably what's going to wind up in rotation next, just as soon as I find a suitable piece of fabric for it. This is Ingleside Imaginarium Tea Time Companion, and it is just a dragon wrapped around a pot and a cup of tea, And I do have the threads for this because this was done with the Treenway Silks Tea Time, which I did get from Nashville Market, which I still have most of Nashville Markets in the cardboard envelope that it came in. So there's that. So I've been away for a while. I'm going to try and fix that and not have that happen. Why is my lighting being my lighting? I don't know. So that's what's been going on with me. That's where we're at. I hope to be back here on a semi-regular basis, but I don't want to make promises that I cannot keep. So just keep your eyes open. I will definitely try and get back on here more and tell the perfectionist in my brain to shut up. Beyond that, I hope you guys all have a great week. A wonderful, wonderful spooky season. You will be seeing me more in spooky season. I somehow managed to come alive in spooky season. In summer, I somehow have like reverse seasonal depression. So when it's summertime and it's too bright and it's too hot, I'm more depressed. Go figure. But spooky season, I seem to come out of hibernation a little bit more. And I am a little bit more active. So hopefully I will be on here more. Beyond that, I hope you have a great week. Happy stitching, everybody. May the frog never find you. I will desperately try and keep him locked in my basement. And I do have some fun things to show you in the coming weeks. I may wind up just pausing the video and then filming what I need to film and then stitching them all together. We will see how that goes. I will talk to you hopefully next week, but if not, definitely in 2 weeks. Bye.